Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is Father of the Everchosen, and we'll be jumping back in with some quick battles as the Empire, as Week 5 drags on. So like I mentioned in the description of my last video, this week we'll be doing quite a few more videos than normal, along with next week and the week after, because I'm out of work right now. The situation that my place of employment was just getting to um, a place where I didn't feel safe in the environment anymore. So I'm taking some time off until the coronavirus, um, you know, either calms down a bit or passes through my immediate area. But it'll give me a whole lot more time to improve my skills at Warhammer and grow the channel. So, like always, we'll be grabbing Boris, a warrior priest, and Jade Wizard. We'll be going up against Bretonia, so the likelihood is that they're going to be bringing knights, but they could subvert my expectations and bring a pretty heavy infantry army. I've seen both. So let's go with basic great cannon. We'll go with 2 basic great cannons. Spearmen with shields. Actually, 2 spearmen with shields, 2 spearmen without, 2 swordsmen, Sigmar's sons. And we'll have the spearmen with shields on the flanks, and then the regular spearmen, and then the swordsmen and Sigmar's sons, supported by the warrior priest, in the middle. We'll have a strong punching center, and I guess you could say weak flanks. And supporting them, the huntsmen, they've got an anti-large bonus, and even if not, they are just as effective at taking out regular lightly armored foot soldiers, which the vast majority of Bretonia is. So we'll grab 2 of those, and for cavalry support, probably just some basic Empire Knights, and we'll have each one of the Empire Knights kind of flank the Great Cannon, so that they... Oh, and he switched to Skaven at the last moment. This army, in theory, could still be useful against the Skaven, except for we will need to utilize the Empire Knights. So I will grab a regular spearman just to support these great cannons. Actually, we'll grab a free company militia so he can fire at anybody approaching, and being a decent melee combatant going up against Skaven slaves or even clan rats should be able to protect the cannons effectively. And the map, there is this little elevated piece of land, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. Should be able to deploy off to the left side of that and have a pretty good field of fire. So we'll probably have videos every day this week, and I'm thinking about putting up some videos of a role-playing game, so that I'm not just playing Warhammer. Not that I don't love Warhammer, but diversity is or variety is the spice of life. So I'm thinking that I will try and get an RPG that I think will be both entertaining for me to play and for everyone to watch. And I think I will be dropping the number of battles in the quick battle down to just one. And the reason that I'm doing that is just so that it's easier to consume in like a 20-minute spurt or a 15-minute spurt, depending on how long the battles take, versus some of these battles that are stretching into 35-40 minutes for just 2 battles, which easily could be divided into multiple videos. But with that, I may be able to upload twice in one day. So for the normal Tuesday video, we may get 2 quick battles, but spread out over 2 separate videos. So for right now, we'll focus on this battle. Looking at the field of fire, should be pretty good. And we will set our infantry line up. Let's deploy them. Just like that, and then when we move them forward, we will better deploy them. We'll leave the Free Company militia here so they can shoot and support the cannons, and we'll put our huntsmen already out and about, and we'll have our cavalry up here on this hill. And I believe that this lip here will obstruct them enough where they will be listed as hidden. And I think everyone is deployed now, so we will start the battle. Enemy troop count is lower than mine, so I'm assuming again they might have something like a hell pit, which these cannons will be very helpful, and the huntsmen. So let's see. Okay, as we're moving up here, we'll go and take a peek. They've got highly elite troops. We're gonna put them into a locked formation. Come on, lady. We'll move Boris this way, and we'll stretch out our line enough, and we'll have this warrior priest supporting right there. The huntsmen should still be hidden, and our cannons should be able to start picking off the hell pit. I think that will be the best target for them. And our Empire Knights should be able to circle around into the back. Boris is going to have to do double duty, paying attention to these doom wheels. We're getting some early kills on these clan rat spears, but we definitely need to switch back. And we'll start moving everybody around. Battle prayers. And we'll have him move up. Grand Soulfire. That should affect the widest amount of storm vermin. We'll drop some healing here. We've got some decent support coming from our cavalry. We'll start cycle charging here. I know my micro is pretty bad, but that is probably the #1 reason why I am bringing cavalry every time, just to try and improve. Alright, let's get Boris over here to support this cannon and taking out these rat ogres. Alright, and back in with some more cycle charging. Balance of power is in our favor up here, just barely though, so I wouldn't be so sure just yet. Definitely start condensing everybody and activate some more of the battle prayers. And let's get a charge in there. Get some shots off. Let's start getting some more shots with these reactivated huntsmen. Hopefully Tidebringer can bring these rat hoggers down. We'll drop another healing here. Let's pull these cavalry out. Shield of Faith and Soulfire. Move these swordsmen back in. And Tidebringer, hopefully, will be able to come back and support the rest of my troops back here. Let's start moving our cavalry around a little more. And we'll have, maybe risky, but we'll have our Jade Wizard charge the Doomwell. Couldn't think of the name. And I've never really talked about my my background with Warhammer. My background with Warhammer is, and probably will always pertain to the games and the reading of the lore. I'm a big fan of all different types of RPGs, especially tabletop RPGs. I've never played the Warhammer tabletop, but I've taken a lot of inspiration from the lore and incorporated it into my D&D campaigns, and I have read some Warhammer material, not as much as I would like, but I've got plenty of time, and maybe during the quarantine I will knock out some Warhammer books. But I've never played the tabletop role-playing. I've never played miniatures. I didn't grow up with a whole bunch of money, so I wasn't able to pour as much into the hobby that is so encompassing when it comes to your money, as you know, the miniatures are. But with watching other YouTubers, you know, such as Lore Master of Sotek, or Italian Spartacus, and even sometimes Arch Warhammer, and we walk away with a nice victory. Though I may loathe some of his political views, I do respect his knowledge of the medium in both 40k and fantasy. But I will continue to enrich myself with as much of the lore as I can, so that I can speak on you know, the upcoming third game and any additional DLC packs that are coming out. I know that the consensus in the community is that the next will be Greenskins and High Elves, and Greenskins being led by Grom the Paunch, a Goblin Legendary Lord, and Altharion the Grim. The High Elven Lord and hopefully that'll be coming sometime during this quarantine so that we have some more content to play through. But that's enough about me. Let's jump back into analyzing some of the things in the battle. So, deploying less troops than me is definitely deploying less troops than the Empire, unless you are a highly skilled player, seems to always be a detriment because you can always go wider. And encircling, especially low leadership, even, Storm Vermin have not the best leadership, and, Clan Rats do not have great leadership. Being flanked and attacked in the rear will apply leadership penalties. So as long as I can go wider, their infantry will suffer. And, you can see these Clan Rats did the best with 35 kills, and I think they may have gotten hold of either this spearman, or maybe they got a hold of some of the ranged options. But of course, rat ogres are a staple pick. 75 kills, pretty good. This Hell Pit Abomination was not able to capitalize for the cost. 46 kills is not fantastic. The Lord, good. Probably should have been able to focus him out, maybe with a great cannon, but lowering the Hell Pit as low as I did was good. It made him perhaps play a little more defensively. And the Doom Wills definitely were the stars for the enemy. But I think Micro was a little better with the cavalry. Of course, one did far better than the other. The cannons, did they pay for themselves? Probably not. But again, I have no idea if he played more defensively with his Hell Pit because of the damage they took. The Warrior Priest was instrumental in, holding this center together. 106 kills for Sigmar's sons. Very good. 58, 51, respectable amounts. And Boris, just up there doing what he does best and picking off high value targets. So all in all, I think a pretty good victory. And that racks up another, notch for the Empire. And I think I'm getting pretty proficient at the Empire, where I may switch next week to the vampire counts, only because if I'm constantly winning battles as the Empire, it shows me that maybe I should go and learn some of the meta for another faction. Not that I want to constantly be putting out videos of me losing, but videos of Pyrrhic victories, with basically, just watching state troops every time fight will probably get old. So I would like to spice it up a bit. But we'll see in the next episode if I win another game. I will probably switch to the vampire counts next week. But until the next video, I have been the Father of the Ever Chosen, and I'm signing off.